Scout help the victim of disaster. As we know, in Indonesia, central of Sulawesi, just 2 hours from Bali with the commercial jets. At around 6 p.m. on September 28, 2018, natural disaster, earthquake happened with magnitude 7.4 on Richter scale that caused 4,402 death victims. After a few hours from disaster happened, Rover Scouts took an action. They rescue in the liquefaction area. They get one woman still alive. She almost drowning, and they save her. In another side, Rover Scout evacuation 17 death victims in the beach. At the same day, I still in another city to attend Indonesian Scout Movement National Conference. And the next day, September 29, I'm flying to my city and doing transits to get one more flight. But I cannot continue my flight because the airport building and the runway was destroyed by the earthquake. So I have to waiting for my turn for departure until 6 days. And the next day, and the last morning, I'm prepared for departure with Air Force C-130 aircraft Hercules. When I arrive in my city, I'm not directly going home, but I'm immediately joined to the main post of the Scout for disaster mitigation and response. At the same time, I still don't know the situation of my parents, what they still alive or not, because almost 8 days, there is no electricity and phone signal, so I cannot make a call or SMS. In the main post of the Scout, I'm participated to forming 12 sub-posts of Central Scout and managing 314 Rover Ranger Scouts to become the volunteers. For your information, 80% of them is the victim of disaster because of Scout promises and humanitarian reason. They willingly to become the volunteers. In the main post of the Scout, we have 5 key activities during disaster management. Assessment, evacuation death victim, provide humanitarian assistance, the volunteers' kitchen, and the last, we built the temporary shelter for the victim and give psychosocial assistance, especially for the children. In this case, I'm in charge to provide basic humanitarian assistance to the victim in the 3 cities and coordinate with the person in charge of all the person in the sub-post regarding food, medicine, and medical assistance for all the volunteers. In this disaster mitigation, Indonesian Scout was distributed approximately 60 tons of basic humanitarian assistance. The unforgettable moment to me to become the volunteer is to see the victim of disaster who have not received the humanitarian assistance in a few days because Their location in the remote area, isolated, and the main route to their place was covered by landslide. So the truck cannot bring humanitarian assistance. So I got a motorcycle, bring humanitarian assistance with our carrier, and reach their place. That means the first volunteers can reach their place and give humanitarian assistance is a scout. I hope, may God blessing for the tired sweat and tears of all the volunteers involved in helping our brothers and our sisters become victims. And on behalf of the victim of disaster, I would like to say thank you very much to all countries who are sending their humanitarian assistance and their volunteers to help us, the victim of disaster in Indonesia. Thank you very much. Good evening.